The Java API, the Application Programmer's Interface, consists of thousands of classes that come with Java. Beginning with Java version 9, they are grouped into modules. We show 3 of them, in order to make Java more reliable, scalable, and efficient. A Java application can just use the modules that it needs. Each module contains a number of packages. Package java.lang is an important one. These packages contain the classes. Package java.lang contains classes string and math, among others. The documentation for all these things appear at this website for Java version 11. You are becoming a Java application programmer, and you will look at this documentation often. Our goal here is to introduce you to this website and show you how you can easily get to the documentation for any class. Bookmark this URL so that you can find the API documentation easily and quickly. You can also get to the web page for a particular class like string by typing the following into a search engine: Java 11 string. As relative beginners, you don't need to know much about modules. You will always use the default module, which allows you to ignore the idea of module as you learn the rest of the Java language. Here is an image of the home page of the version 11 API documentation. It provides an overview. 2 important points. Module java.base contains most of the packages and classes that you will be using. Scroll down to see over 50 more modules, but you don't need to look at them. Now, forget about modules. Concentrate on this search field, which you will use often, almost all the time, to get to the documentation for a particular class or package. Type the name of any class into the search field in order to find the web page for that class. For example, type string. A types pane pops up. You see at the top of the new types pane, java.lang.string. That is most likely what you want. There are lots of other things below it, but don't be concerned with them. Just click java.lang.string or hit the return enter key. The window changes to documentation for class string. That's why class is highlighted. The class is in module java.base, and within that in package java.lang. Also, this class extends superclass object. You'll hear a lot more about this class later. Below, you see a long discussion of class string telling you something about its implementation. Read this. You won't understand it all, but you will get some information on how strings of characters can be used and how they are stored. As you might imagine, a string of characters is stored as a char array, as an array of characters. You may want to look at the classes in a package. We show you how to do this. Type java.lang into the search field and hit the return enter key. The web page for package java.lang appears. We chose this package because it contains many classes that help define Java, like classes string and math, which of course contains lots of mathematical functions. Read the beginning to get an understanding of the classes that are in it. Scroll down and you will see an interface summary. You'll learn about interfaces in about 3 weeks. Scroll down further to get to the classes summary. Here, you can click your mouse on any class to view the documentation for that class.